There's only one thing better than cozy games, and that's cheap cozy games. And thankfully Nintendo have an absolutely massive sale going on right now, so I went ahead and picked some of my favorites to share with you today. And before we get into it, make sure you subscribe to the channel for all things new and cozy on the Nintendo Switch. First up is a brand new release, and this is Spout Valley. Right now you can pick up the game for 72% off, and it's just under £4.50. And for the first time ever, this is currently cheaper than you can buy it on the PC, and it actually runs really great on the Nintendo Switch. This is an adorable farming sim where you step away from your busy life in the city to grow the garden of your dreams. In this, you play as Nico, who, by the way, is absolutely adorable, and you help him uncover the secrets of Asteria. The fun part about this, though, is that no two farms will ever be the same, as the world is procedurally generated, and you're not just limited to your farm, as you can run off and set sail and explore all the islands that surround you as well. There's also a dynamic weather system, and they say the story is a minimum of 15 hours long to follow. And although I found the game a little bit clunky at first, its charm and the current sale price definitely make up for it. Next up, we have another new release, and that is Alchemy Garden. This is currently 15% off at just over £10. This sees you craft magical potions, experiment with ingredients, and sell them in your very own store, with the price of the goods varying dependent on the state of the shop, the varieties of the things you sell, and the satisfaction of your customers. But in order to have the things to sell, you not only need to grow plants in your garden, which you can also decorate, you'll also need to go and find the ingredients that you can't grow as well. And with an adorable little town to go visit, this to me is a perfect game to pick up going into October. Then we have Moonlighter, which is 80% off at £4.50. Now this is cozy in a similar sense to the way Dave the Diver is cozy, but instead of running a sushi shop like you do in Dave the Diver, in this you're a shopkeeper instead. This is a roguelike action RPG where you play as Will, who's a shopkeeper by day and wannabe hero by night. So not only will you be battling mini-bosses, running through the dungeon-like rooms and defeating enemies, you'll also be running a shop as well. You'll be in charge of hiring assistants, upgrading the shop itself, and setting the prices for the items which are on sale. And growing your shop not only helps you to succeed, but it also allows the town to grow as well, as you'll be helping establish new businesses with the community that you start to grow. On top of all of this, there's also crafting, enchanting, and even companions to befriend alongside the game's story as well. So if this sounds like your kind of thing, the price is great. Then we have another newer release, and that's Fresh Start, which is currently 25% off at just under £14.50. This is kind of like a stripped down version of House Flipper, but instead of cleaning up houses, you're actually cleaning up nature. This will take you across the world to clean up and restore nature by vacuuming and housing down the dirt. And thanks to this heavy environmental focus, you'll also get bonus XP for recycling anything you can. And then you can use this XP to upgrade your gear to make yourself even more efficient. But by far the best part of the entire game is just the animal friends you meet along the way. This is very cute and very wholesome, and I'm very glad it's on sale. Then we have another cozy gaming staple, which is Abzu. This is currently on sale for 75% off at just under £4, and I love seeing this game on sale because it's genuinely so good. This is a beautiful game that sees you swim around and immerse yourself in the vibrant hidden world under the sea. And as you can see, it is absolutely stunning, as you'll see yourself swim alongside the fish that interact and respond to your movements. And as you go explore, you'll also be uncovering the secrets that lie below the surface as well. It's a cozy gaming staple for a reason, and that's because it's fantastic. Another cozy gaming staple is Grow Song of the Evertree, which is currently 50% off at just under £10. If you haven't seen this before, it's a game all about growing your own worlds on a tree called the Evertree. This was a tree that once had many worlds residing on its branches, but now it's reduced to just a sapling. And you are the only one able to make it grow. So it becomes your task and your privilege to take care of it. Not only will you get to explore the new worlds that you make, you'll also get to grow and create a community on your own world as well, allowing you to build the town of your dreams. Now the game is a little bit buggy, so I think this price point is much better. But if you haven't tried it, this might be the perfect time to do it. Then we have Islanders Console Edition, which is currently 55% off at just over £2. This is a very stripped back version of a city builder, and although it's normally a decent price, this makes it even better. In this, you'll take small settlements and turn them into bursting cities, with an endless amount of procedurally generated islands to build on. This is a perfect game to pick up every now and again when you have a spare 5 or 10 minutes. And its vibrant islands and relaxing music make it the perfect cozy game, but there is a scoring system if you need some incentive to pick the game up. Then we have Beacon Pines, which is just over £10 and 40% off. This is another creepy, cozy game that's perfect for October. And this is also one of my favourite games of all time. In this, you play as both the reader and the game's main character, Luca, with the story seeing Luca and his friends investigating the strange happenings at the old warehouse that for some reason no one else seems to notice or care about. But the thing that makes this game truly unique is the way it handles the story, as from time to time the narrator will get to a part of the story with a word missing, and it's up to you to pick a charm to use in its place. Depending on the charm you pick, this will take you down a different branch of the story, and although most of the branches end in tragedy, a wrong turn isn't pointless, as going down this path tends to lead you to more secrets about the town, getting you closer to uncovering the mystery of the story, but also often unlocking a new charm in the process that you can use in other pivotal moments to not only change Luca's fate, but the entire town's fate too. This to me is the perfect game for Halloween, which by the way, if you want to see a whole list of cozy Halloween games, let me know. But although this is a bit spooky and a bit dark at times, there's no quick time events and it's all done through the story and not graphically. So to me, this is still cozy, just a little bit creepy. Then we have Slime Rancher, which is 50% off at just under £10. Now this is the perfect game for if you are currently sick of farming sims, as this kind of has the farming sim vibe with like a daily routine and that kind of thing, but without really any farming. Because in Slime Rancher, you're not really farming crops, instead you're kind of farming slimes. Not only do you need to explore the world to find the slimes, but once you bring them back to your ranch, you'll need to make an enclosure for them and keep them fed as well, with each new breed of slime you capture requiring different conditions to thrive. Like for example, some of the species will only eat meat, others will only eat things like fruit, and it's up to you to either go out and gather these materials or to farm them yourself. And some of the slimes will also need you to unlock new areas in order to house them. Like for example, there's some extra violent slimes, but also some slimes that can't go into the sunlight. But not only are the slimes absolutely adorable, they can also be crossbred as well to kind of change their diet and their temper as well. And in order to make money from your farm, you harvest this byproducts from the slimes called plorts, which they basically poop out whenever you feed them. And by selling these, you can upgrade your equipment to explore more of the island and find rarer and more exotic slimes for your farm. Sticking with the farming sim vibes, we have Harvestella, which is currently 50% off. If you're looking for value for money this farming season, Harvestella is the game for you, as this is an RPG farming sim. And to me, this possibly has one of the best stories of any farming sim-like game I've played. The start of the game sees you wake up in a small town. A town in the middle of what they call the Season of Death, also called Quietus. And this is a time where anything that is outdoors will die. But the real issue is this Season of Death is getting longer every single time it comes around. So despite the fact that you've only just woken up in this town and know nothing about it, it becomes your job, along with the friends you meet along the way, including a unicorn, to figure it out. Now this has all your classic RPG elements, including story quests, side quests, jobs, and skill points, but to me it's the farming and life sim aspects that really tie this together. Like for example, the game has a day-night cycle, and every single night you return to your very own home. Each morning you wake up, you tend to your farm, and you sell stuff for money, which you can then spend on upgrading your equipment, or you can turn the things you've grown into food, which will help restore your health and stamina, which means cooking is particularly useful if you're going into a big boss fight. Despite the fact that the graphics aren't as good on the Switch as they are on the PC, it is a game that I absolutely love, and I cannot recommend it enough at this price. Some of these games are only on sale for the next few days, so if any of them interest you, definitely go and check them out. But if you're interested in some of the best upcoming farming sims, click this video here.